Here we are. Yeah, I don't know for how much longer. Might kill myself today. Well, let's get started. I'm using Cadre Clown Puke, made by KJ on the Cadre. It's just a mishmash of all sorts of samples and stuff. So you get what you get. And the weird thing is that almost universally you hear about clown pukes having a really good performance. So who knows? Also been soaking a beautiful Paladin brush here. So we'll get the lather whooped up. So I think I mentioned on one video how I like Shavettes. I think Camasoris are fun to shave with, but there's not a lot of Camasoris out there, replaceable blade ones especially. And so I was looking for either they're expensive, like over $100, or they're cheap, with the head not as well made, and also kind of cheap handles. And what I would like is just a really nice handle. And so I kind of looked for some inexpensive ones that I could send off to Scott on the Cadre. I mean, this lather is, look at that, it's gorgeous. Just a mishmash of whatever. That I could send off to Scott from the Cadre to have the handles basically ripped off and some nice wood ones made. And then on our last Zoom call, is it the last one? Maybe it is. We had shared with us from Matt the Japan equivalent of eBay. And he also pointed out, like, if you're really looking for a hard to find, he's into straight razor collecting, and names and all that, and some are hard to find and sought after and all that. I don't know about either, but if you're really looking for something, there's a whole world of eBays out there basically. Some eBays, some not. So it's like a Japanese Yahoo is basically like an eBay, and he showed us how we could use that if we were looking for things that you're not running across the United States. And so I went there looking for a bunch of Camasoris, particularly if I could. This is a feather, which is one of the ones that's not inexpensive new, and if I could get some used ones, this would be the optimal for getting the handle replaced. Well, and then also looking just for other inexpensive ones. But I did run across the feather and another, some other inexpensive ones. Anyway, long story long. I did get some inexpensive ones I'm going to ship off to Scott. Not through here, but this is my first purchase basically from Japanese eBay. The head is a little higher quality, and the cheap one's heavier, I'm noticing. Plus that's cool, the little inset feather there in metal. I had one of the feather branded one in lime green in the past, and it was before I really got into Shavettes at all. Gave it away. That's one of my, I don't have many regrets in the shaving world, but that's one of them. So I'm happy to have one back in the stable. So I'm going to keep this one to use, and I'll send off other ones to Scott to have them look at the handles. And I don't know, this is probably not the smartest decision. I almost always use Feather Pro Guard blades in these exclusively, and the guard part of the Pro Guard is that there's little wires. They're not super close, but the little wires that they loop from time to time over the end of the blade, I think, just to give you a little bit of gap, a little guard to maybe lessen the chances of you ripping up your face with the thing. I've tried, I don't know why I bought these. Maybe I just tried them out a long time ago. No, they're very aggressive, rip up my face usually. But I thought, well, heck, I got the feather razor. Let's just see. Let's just take it the whole way. And we're going to put a Feather Pro blade in it. And so I don't know. You can argue if this is worse or not than an actual just a straight razor. Because you get tons of Camasoris that are not replaceable blades, right? Like you hone them and strop them just like a straight razor. But I do believe that this type of blade itself tends to be sharper than when you do that. For most people. I mean, don't yell at me, whatever. But anyway, this is kind of like the high wire without. And like I said, I don't know why I thought, hey, let's try this, but here we are. So I need to. You got muscle memory. My muscle memory is I can shave pretty quick with a Pro-Guard blade. Is this scaring you? Watch out! So I need to take a slow. I need to think about it. I might not be talking quite as much this shave. Shouldn't be. Here we go. Okay. All right. Everything okay? Everything's okay. There you go. Got around the danger curve there. Got around the danger curve on one side. That's good. It's a danger spot there. It should be all right. Okay, all right, okay. What, we're a quarter of the way done? Yeah, let's see this. I've been yapping. Let's get a little, make sure we get slickness on there. Always use protection. All right. Honey. Alright, it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be, because it can be a really quiet, boring video, but yeah. Okay, all right. That was good. I mean, normally if I'm gonna zap myself, it tends to be on the first pass. Tends to be, we'll see. I was a little too careful, I think. I didn't get this nearly as close, the neckle area, as I would like on the first pass. But again, if we get through this, and it's weird because there are some straight razor shavers that don't particularly like shave essays. Say they rip their face up. So it's interesting that how you could do something. To me, it feels like that takes more talent, so at least upkeep and such. Anyway, we'll see. Been doing a lot of, I don't know if I announced it on this channel or not. We're going to be moving houses in a few months back to the house we own, which exciting for this channel. The background should be much more interesting. But I know I've shared in the past, and it's probably almost a universal hate of like furniture shopping, bed shopping, stuff like that, just because of the price of what you're paying for. Again, you know, you go to Costco and you get a huge TV, $700, and then you go and you get like a basic couch for like twice that, and it's like, it's just what that, you know, come on, that's 4K, 8K sound system, HDMI inputs, changing channels, big video screen. What am I? A couch? What is it? There's some 2x4s, plywood, some springs, and some foam. Come on. But no, I found worser. Wife decided we should renovate the kitchen before we move back into that house. Neither one of us loved it. So now would be the time to do it. I think I'm exfoliating myself here. I think we're gonna get lit up. Here I am, I shouldn't be talking, that's the thing, but I don't want you to get bored. Anyway, what's worser than furniture or a bed? Cabinets, wood boxes. I even told, yeah, we're not doing the whole, yeah, okay, stop screwing. Yeah, you can go to IKEA, you can go to Home Depot, we're not doing that. But ended up having a pretty good relationship with the guy we went and talked to. So I felt like I could kind of be like honest on my thought processes, and I finally did say, you know, geez, Jones, I don't care. Care if the back of the cabinet's solid wood. I mean, whatever, it's against the wall, you're not going to see it, and you know, just to let them know kind of what I'm thinking. Obviously, it's not just a wood buy. I mean, it gets into like, well, you got 4 coats of finishing, so over time, you know, when you reach into the handle, your fingernails rub against that wood, and it's all like, yeah, all right, okay, but for the love of gosh, the price of these things, insane. Well, all right, let's see. I'm curious. I'm not gonna go back. Let's see how that is. Let's see if we cleaned up the knuckle area. Well, that's pretty good. I did good. Let's, yeah, okay. All right. I don't know if we're, okay. I mean, so I didn't cut myself. There's that. This it's not bad. If I had done a pro guard, now I said I've been usually doing a lot of just 2 passes when I'm doing an open blade now, because this is BBS. This is gorgeous, right? Plant one right there. This gets pretty good. There's a little, you know, right here, you're gonna have some hairs and got a spot there, especially now. But you know, I'm old. I've been where that's okay. Every now and again, sometimes I'll take a DE and just do a quick whoosh, whoosh, cross the grain the other way. I guess that's against the grain for my neck. And if I'm really on the weekend, really want to be adventurous, I'll do that pass with an open blade. If this had a pro guard in it and it wasn't already a little tingly, might make that attempt, but no. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, lit up here. Ooh, yep, right there. Lit up there. Oh boy. Okay, forest fire down there. Well, that's why. I mean, I don't know. It's a mental thing, right? Like tons and tons and tons of even straight razor, full-on straight razor shavers use the ProGuard blade when they're using shavettes and such. So I kind of like just to be able to, I don't know. Kind of need to get over that mental, because I'm kind of thinking, well, is that a skill thing? But no. Not if the straight razor guys are using them too. It must just be an aggressiveness thing or something. I can't use aggressive razors either. I was kind of hoping maybe I could use the Pro. Maybe I could put the Pro in America's Best Razor Ever, the Occam Orin. Maybe that would, because again, if you've never seen this before, it just kind of slides in, and there's two little nubbins that pop into the holes on the blade, and the rest of it, I don't know if you can see the gap, but it just kind of rides in the air there, so it can flex a little bit. So maybe that'd be okay. There's lemon. So I mentioned that you can't get Thayer's lemon really anymore. So I found some that were a little over premium, and I bought 2 more bottles, so we'll probably be okay for a year or so. But somebody said that a company bought Thayer's, and they're getting rid of either their whole witch hazel line or their whole witch hazel line except for one thing. And I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't even just their basic, because that was my backup plan, was to just get their unscented and add some lemon essential oils to it. But that's not what is left. I'm not going to be able to do that. So it's down the road, but we're going to have to figure out. Whoop-pa! This moment of power brought to you by Hombre's Barber Shop. It's closed right now. Dave's in Yellowstone, or on his way to it, or something. Yeah, so I don't know. If you want your hair cut, just go to Supercuts, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, Dave. No. And I think he's the guy, he gives your scalp massage to make you feel relaxed, and put lavender on you and all that stuff you don't get at Supercuts. Anyway, we survived. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. We'll be okay. But tomorrow morning, it won't be still having to heal or anything. But yeah, so I had that's how good it was with concentrating. So, gotta think about that. Especially in the mornings, thinking about work and stuff like that. Probably not a good time to use the Feather Pro blades. All that. Anyway, see you on the forums.